we're testing the sign up form, and for the test number 1, we're testing that the system can verify the password field against the confirmed password field, and we're testing try. So sign in successful, which is our expected outcome. Right. Now back onto the sign up page. We're testing erroneous data this time. Oops. Right. So we'll have J Thompson again. Password 1 and P word 1. You can see. We'll just press the sign up button, and we get our expected outcome, which is the message box. You confirm the password in the password text box and the password in the confirmed password text box are not equal, so that's good. Now we're testing for boundary data. So we've got J Thompson in the username box. Then what we're going to do is actually generate a random string of size 51 quickly, and then paste that into the password and the confirmed password text box. As you can see, we press sign up, we get the error message, username and password must be less than 50 characters, which was our expected outcome. However, when making the test plan, we did run into an issue with this where we didn't get what we wanted, and this caused us to implement the change in our program, which I will show you. I'll just get it up. So where we have this if statement where it checks if the username text box length is less than 50 and the password text box length is less than 50 before running this script. And then we get this error message here, if not. Okay. Now our next boundary test is just if we have null and null for the password and the confirmed password text box, and we get the right error message, which is good. So now we're doing test number 2, and we're testing that the password can be hidden and shown in the form, which is objective 1.4. So we'll just type in p word 1 and p word 1. As you can see, the show password checkbox works fine. And we'll test the boundary. So what happens if we have null and null for the password and confirmed password? Just nothing happens, which is good, except it refreshes, which is fine. So now we're still testing the sign up form, and we're on test number 3, which is testing that the user isn't able to sign up to the system with a username that isn't unique, and that is objective 1.5.1. So for our normal test, we're testing T Morris, which is just a new username, password 1 and password. Spell right. Sign is successful, which is good. Go back up the sign up page. Right. And for our erroneous test, we're testing a try sign up. J Thompson already exists, please choose a different username, which is what we expected. Now we're going to have a boundary test where we'll just copy that string of length 51 into the password text box, into username text box, and we'll change this to p word and p word 1. So obviously we get the message box username and password must be less than 50 characters, which originally we didn't get when we were making the test plan. I'll show you the change that we made. So in the sign-in form, as showed earlier in the video, we added this if statement. here. So now we're doing our second boundary test where this is just null, and we get the right error message output. So now we're doing we're on test number 4, testing the system to verify the existence of a user when trying to log in. Smart Objective 2.1.1. So we'll have J Thompson. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. So it was meant to be keyword 1. I read that incorrectly and we got login successful. Right. So we'll log out actually. And then we'll have erroneous data, so gsmith and password 1. So when we try and log in, we get login unsuccessful, which is great. And then 2 null should work. Yeah, login successful, perfect. Okay, so we're testing objective 5 now. No, wait, on test number 5, sorry, I'm testing objective 2.1.2, and that's the test that the username entered by the user. Well, we're testing the username. We're testing the password entered by the user against its associated username. So we'll have J Thompson again, so we can use and P word 1. Unsuccessful. Right, nice. I'll log out. Erroneous is J Thompson and just some random username, which is right, random password. It's not hers. We'll just do that. So, password 17. Um, Login unsuccessful. Good. And we'll have J Thompson and then get login unsuccessful again. Right. So test number 6. We're testing that the password can be hidden, showing the form. Objective 2.2. So we'll have perfect, and then we'll have J Thompson null, and nothing happens. Right. And that was our, sorry, that was our normal, erroneous, that was our normal test, and then obviously our boundary when we had null in there. So we're on to test number 7, which is still the login form, and we're testing the user can be directed to the sign up form from the login form in case they already don't have an account. Objective 2.3, and that's great. The user, well, we got our expected outcome. So now we're on to the home page. So we will just quickly log in. Oh, it's successful. Right, we're on here now, so we're on the home page, and yeah, we're on our test number 8, testing that the average number of moves label outputs the correct information. Objective 4.1, and so we're on our erroneous test now. So yeah, the average number of moves label does display 0 because obviously Jay Thompson has not played a game yet. We'll test for normal data for a user that has already played games. Or we could just, okay, we'll just play a maze with Jay Thompson and then we will see what the outcome is on the home page. And do it ASAP. Right, should be pretty quick from here. So we've done it, and if we go back, oops, yes, we'll have to log back in. J bumps and keyword one. You see, you got our average number of moves is 192, which is cool because we've only played one and we got an average number of moves of 192. Right, so we've tested a normal and erroneous, so that's good. Right, so we're on test number 9 now, which is the maze form, and we're testing that the maze walls act as barriers, not allowing the maze icon to pass through. Objective 6.5. So the expected outcome is that the maze walls do not let the maze icon pass through. You can see here we're testing our okay. So as you can see here, I'm pressing W, I'm pressing D, maze maze icon cannot go through those walls, and it cannot go through when I'm pressing A and S here. Go up when I press W, down when I press S, goes right when I press D, can't go up when I press W, can't go right when I press D. So that works fine. Right. Our next test, test number 10, we're testing that WASD keys do not cause movement in the maze icon or adjustment to the timer slash number of moves counted for both maze icons displayed. Okay. Yeah, we'll go back and we'll go on the play maze again. So pushing now, everything works fine. So that's good. And now we'll test now. So we'll test erroneous now. Um, so we'll quickly press the WSAD key up at my keyboard. My so we pressed the WASD keys a lot before generation, and now we will play, and everything is good. Okay, right. So now we're testing 11, testing number 11. That the test is checking that the back button works only while the maze is generated. Objects, and this is for testing objects. So 6.8.1. Our normal test we'll do first. We'll generate the maze. The maze has just finished generating, and we'll press the back button. It works cool, nice. And now our erroneous state is pressing the back button while the maze is generating. We'll try that. I'm clicking the back button now, but nothing's happening, which is good. And now as the maze finished generation, yep, it works. Okay, so we're testing number 12 now, and we're testing what happens to the user's records in the database when the back button is pressed. So we'll talk about our expected outcome. Our expected outcome is that pressing the back button causes the time to complete a number of moves to maze null, and was made completed field to point at 0. So we'll generate a maze. So even if we play a bit of the maze, so I'll complete a little bit of the maze here as such, press back. Now we'll go onto the database. What we'll do is we'll refresh it, and we'll open the we'll select the top of files and rows to the completed maze table, and our latest one, you can see that we've got null and null for the time to complete and number of moves, and was maze completed is 0. This is because well, this is the record where we press the back button, and as you can see, the time to complete is null, the number of moves is null, and the was maze complete is 0. So that's good. And now 13, well, test number 13, we're testing what happens to the user's records and database as they exit the maze before completing. So this, we should have the same outcome as what we had in test 12. So we'll try that. We'll generate a maze, runs. Okay, we'll start completing it. Like that. Then we'll exit the program, go into the database, and we will refresh and go and select top of files and rows again. As you can see, we've got the same outcome as the complete maze ID 60, where time to complete number of moves is null and was made complete is 0. It's great. So that is my test done. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.